Alright, so I'm going to do a quick review of the organic garden tone. This is the herb and vegetable food. The first impressions that I have of the guaranteed analysis are pretty good. It's a 344. It's got water-soluble nitrogen and water-soluble magnesium, so I can get a couple different uses out of this. Um, just a little bit more information on it. It has 3 species of bacillus, and these are all gram-positive bacterias. They are aerobic, and they help in a lot of different ways. The Bacillus licheniformis is a bacteria that helps break down feather meal, and as you can see, this does have feather meal in it. So this in nature, the Bacillus licheniformis breaks down feathers on birds and in the ground. So that's pretty much a no-brainer when it comes to this fertilizer. You got to have that in there. The Bacillus megaterium and the Bacillus pumilus, those are also really beneficial. Both of these bacterias help fight fusarium and a couple other funguses. These bacterias stop the spores from actually germinating. So all in all, this is a good fertilizer. Now, I applied this garden tone in 2 different ways. I put a cup every 3 feet in my garden, and it wasn't just on each side of the row. I just spread it all throughout the soil. So about a cup every 3 feet. And I also use this as a foliar spray. So since it does have the water-soluble nitrogen and the water-soluble magnesium, I can help give my plants a boost by doing a foliar spray. So for that, what I did was added 1 tablespoon of the garden tone to a gallon of water, and I let that sit overnight, and then I diluted that solution with another gallon of water, and I sprayed that on the plants. If you're going to do that, I recommend that you do it early in the morning or late in the day so you don't burn your plants. But since it does have that bacteria in there also, if you do have fusarium wilt on your plants or other fungal diseases, that can help prevent those funguses from spreading on your plants. Now, I don't think that's going to help with blight at all, but it's worth a shot. I mean, if you have blight, I think you want to use a copper sulfate solution or something like that. To give you an idea of how much these have grown, I applied this on June 28th, and my plants were probably about that high right there, and the top of them right there. So all that is extra growth from after applying it. So I applied this on June 28th and applied 2 foliar feedings on it, and in the last 2.5 weeks, they've grown about 2 feet. I've been noticing that the branches on these guys have really been thickening up. I'm doing a single stem method, or was doing a single stem method. If I kept growing these straight up, they'd be like 10, almost 9 feet tall right now. So I had to stop doing that, and I'm letting them branch out. This plant right here was nutrient deficient before I applied the garden tone. These lower leaves were really pale. They weren't getting good nitrogen uptake. The plant was just looking unhealthy. To give you an idea of that, this plant, this one next to it, and the one right next to it are all the same species of plant. They're all Sweet 100 cherry tomatoes, and you can see that Sweet 100 is just massive compared to this little one down here. But after applying the garden tone, I've seen major improvements in the plants and the plant health. I haven't been combating disease with any of these, so that's a plus. All in all, this stuff works really well. Even on these, the beans are getting huge. I mean, look at some of these leaves. These things are just massive. Tons of flower production. Tons of production on everything. I do recommend using the garden tone. because you will see results. If you are going to use the garden tone as a foliar spray, I recommend you only do it like once every 2 weeks. To get the full benefits, I would take the garden tone, a tablespoon of it, and put it in a gallon of water, and then add an air stone to it and let it sit overnight, and then dilute it and spray it on your plants. That'll help the beneficial bacteria thrive in that water and really reproduce in there. All in all, Garden Tone is great. I want to thank them for what they're doing. And just a quick message, I do like that they're producing a good fertilizer. What I would like to see them come out with is a fertilizer that's something more like a 10-15-10 or something along those lines, something higher in phosphorus and higher in potassium. And that would make me really happy. I mean, me personally, I would use the 3-4-4 in the beginning growth stages, so in the seedling stage and also in vegetative growth. And then once I got into my plants flowering and actually setting fruit, I would use something like a 10-15-10 to really help fruit production. But all in all, it's a great product. I do recommend using it. And let me just give a thanks to Espoma, because you can see the results right here. It's amazing what the stuff's doing. I'm not getting paid or getting anything for free from Espoma, but hey, if you guys want to throw something in there, you got some new products you want me to test out, I would love to test out some of your products. I mean, you can see the results. So thanks, Espoma, and thank you guys for watching.